feeling low. I remember how you looked, one hello and I was hooked, found the missing piece that made me whole. True love don't come round very often. It's like sunshine after the rain, but you know the moment it happens, everything will be okay. I hope I'm not coming on too strong, but you feel
satt jo bare og skal. Thereby transform this.
Do you know I'm looking, and I can't help but smile? Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along, and I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling, I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? A minute right and I lose my way. A minute high and my life would change. And I was hoping that you could stay. The city lights will let me know. Oh, I hate saying goodbye. I wish that time went slow, but I know it ain't too long before we meet. I wait for you. No, I wait for you. Nothing can break us two. I wait for you. Counting every hour, every second makes it easier to keep on breathing. At night in my dreams, I feel peace. I remember it all. And all it takes is faith. painting. Everything's changing when I'm with you. I see all the clues. Feels like I'm fainting, lush like a painting. The colors of blue.